What up, Mike D? Checking in here, man. I want to talk about Outkast getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Not just them getting inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I want to talk about the performance or tribute, however you want to call it, that came during I guess, the ceremony right before they were officially inducted. Well, for the people who didn't see it, it's out there on the internet. I don't think that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has put out the official video yet, but Big Boy and JID started out, with a performance of the song ATLiens. Then Doja Cat comes out there and performs Miss Jackson. And there was some mishap, during Andre's verse. She was trying to rap it. I think Cutmaster Swift, the DJ, I believe it was Cutmaster Swift. He was trying to rap it. It was kind of off or whatever. And then it went into Tyler, the Creator, going out there doing bombs over Bad Dad, doing Andre's verse. He was running, jumping up and down and jumping across the stage and all that. Did his thing, but then after that, Janelle Monáe comes out there, does a rendition of Hey Y'all. And then Big Boy comes back out there and does The Way You Move. I think Spodioti was played in that as well. And then they ended it out with The Whole World, Killer Mike performs. And Big Boy comes out there a bunch of different times performing. Andre sitting there, I guess, watching everybody else perform. He doesn't hit the stage. And everybody's kind of talking about that. Now, there are many different reasons why Andre says he doesn't rap. We've heard him in articles say things like, "What am I going to rap about at this age?" Yada yada. I've even heard the stage fright thing. That's been a thing as well. But to not perform in a situation like this, I will say this, man. I'm not one that's expected any type of Outcast music moving forward. I kind of made peace decades ago that it's just not going to happen. But anybody who's had any type of hope that Andre or Big Boy are going to go out there and perform on tour or do new music, you have to look at a situation like this and say, it's not happening. How much do you have to hate hip hop music and rap music to not go out there and perform with your bandmate when you're in a hip hop duo being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Not only are the people who, like myself, who were born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, and you put Atlanta on the map, I was so proud to just see the two of you guys together. Not only are you not willing to perform for that audience and the people who've been cheering you on the whole time and the people that you've inspired and the people who felt enough to say, yo, they got to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The fans went out there and voted Outkast in. And I've always been appreciative of Big Boy's ability to keep the brand going and go out there and do some of the things for the fans, as far as like giving us that nostalgia, giving us those performances in that music, where his partner doesn't do that. But the fact that he didn't do that in this situation, it speaks volumes. And I wish it would have been a situation where Big Boy said, "Hey, if you're not going to perform, I'm not going to perform." You know what I mean? Because at least at that point, it looks like, all right, the decision was made that they're just going to go out there and pay tribute to Outkast as opposed to Outkast performing. But with Big Boy out there performing and Andre not, it's like, why? Do you really hate rap music that much? I mean, what do you think about the catalog that you guys put together? That you put together with the Dungeon Family and all the things that he said in his acceptance speech? It's like, I hear you, but you just had an opportunity to go out there and celebrate all of those things that you spoke about and didn't do it. And this wonderful life that the great music that you guys have put together has afforded you. Like, imagine being able to live your legacy and the rest of your life based on something that you did as a teenager and in your early 20s. Because they're 25 when Stankonia comes out. Speaker Box Love Below, that's 28. Like, your whole life has been I don't want to say just taken care of, but you're set for life based on what you did as a teenager and in your early 20s or in your 20s, because 28 is not early 20s, but you know what I mean. Even in the early 20s, they were 23 when they made the Kumina. They were legends at 23 years old. Now, that's a very fortunate existence. And hip hop music did that. Rap music did that. And the fans did that because we love you and the music that you put together so much. But when it's time for the fans who rallied around this thing since 93, man, like I said, I was 11 when Southern Playalistic came out. These guys have continued to make me so proud to be from Atlanta, Georgia, and so proud, not just because of their accomplishments, but because of their dedication to the craft and the quality of music and albums that they continuously put out there. And I'm proud listening to them and hearing this excellence. And when you see Andre not willing to go out there and perform this stuff when it's a love fest. That's what this is. This ain't no talent show. It's a love fest. You're being immortalized in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It makes me feel like, are you not proud of the material that you put forth? And again, it's one of those things where it's like, all right, well, if you want to move past that on some Michael Jackson, Jackson 5 shit, well, where's Thriller? Where's Bad? Where's Off the Wall? Like, even people who did those things, Michael was not above giving the fans I Want You Back by the Jackson 5 or I'll Be There. Like, he wasn't above that because he understood what that meant for his career and his life. And he also understood what that meant for the fans. And even if there were fans who weren't aware of that, he wanted to put them onto that. And so it's a, I don't want to be negative in such a incredible moment for the city and for my goat duo, man, Outkast. But it's not a great look when you're being immortalized in that way and you have the opportunity to go out there and perform for the fans and with your partner and you don't. Now, like I said, I wish it was a collective decision where they both said, you know what, we're just not going to perform. But I do think that, I mean, what happened? Why? I mean, I'll tell you this, and this is just my take. And I don't know how official it is or not, but I just think that Andre hates hip hop music that much. And again, and hates rap and hates being viewed as a rapper that much. Um, and maybe he feels like rap was just a phase in his life from, let's say, 15 to 23, 24, because I feel like by Stankonia, he was over this rap shit too. And that's fine because I'm thankful for his phase of rap in his life because his phase really did a lot for a lot of people. Um, but at the same time, man, you got to take the good with the bad. And if you hate rap that much, you shouldn't want to even be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a rapper because that's what the reality is. Outkast is a hip hop group, it's a rap group, and you're being inducted for your rap talents and your talents and the things that you brought to hip hop music, music in general, but from the hip hop aesthetic. And no matter how much you don't want to be viewed as a rapper, your legacy is that because you were great at it, and that's okay. But I can't think of anything else other than the fact that you just hate rap and hate to even be viewed as a rapper, and I think that's unfortunate because yes, there was a stigma on rappers in the '90s and even in the early 2000s, but I think as our greats have grown, they've been able to change that narrative to hip hop artists and musicians as well, even though we're not singing notes. You're not playing instruments a lot of the times, but you're able to take those experiences and do some things that other musicians haven't done. And I believe that Outkast was one of those collectives that had a grand opportunity to age gracefully through music and through rap music, and we didn't get that opportunity because the group collectively stopped at such a young age. Big Boy continued on and continued on that fight and continued on the brand and has done a great job, and I applaud him for that. But in this moment, where you have everyone who's been rooting for you your whole careers looking on, it would be cool to see a performance, and it's not just a performance of Dre. We get excited as fans to see Andre and Big Boy in the same space. And imagine how powerful it would have been for even if it was for one last time to see Andre and Big Boy on that Rock and Roll Hall of Fame stage together, rocking out. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to be out because, especially if we're talking about duos, there's so many duos, rap duos, and collectives. And I'm gonna put Daylight in this too because Plug One and Plug Two were rappers, right? And they bounced off of each other. There's so many rap duos that will never be whole again because one of the members not here anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, and don't take these moments for granted when you got Big Boy and yourself, able-bodied young guys still being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Go out there and rock out for the fans. Rock out for you with your guy, man. Like, you guys were rocking out on the mic at 18, 17, 16 years old, man. This is the moment. This is the moment for all of that, man. And even if you don't want to ever do it again, man, don't let a moment like that pass by. Mobb Deep will never be whole again. Helter Skelter will never be whole again. Like De La Soul will never be whole again. Tribe will never be whole again. You have an opportunity with your guy right here who's willing and ready to rhyme at any given point and skip out on that on the biggest stages and biggest opportunities. And that part to me is sad. But I want to know what you guys think about it, man. Hit like and subscribe. Was Dre not performing a big deal? Or was it not a big deal at all? Hit like and subscribe, man. Can't wait to hear what you guys got to say in the comment section. I'm going to talk to you soon. All right.